Rewards, rewards, and more rewards. What's up, 23% Nation? Coach D is here today. And guys, yes, I'm feeling motivated. Why? Because we're still talking about how to stay motivated for peak performance. And let's not forget that this entire video series has been inspired by the one and only Delatorro L McNeal II. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on in. Okay, so today we're going to dive into key number 8, or we can say the 8th key. Okay, now guys, today I want to kind of clump these words together. All right, so we're going to talk about rewards, recognition, and praise. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Today's video is all about how to show rewards, recognition, and praise to individuals just so that they can stay motivated. Why? Because we're trying to inspire people to attain peak performance. So let's go ahead and dive deep. Okay. Now, I do understand that for the previous 7 videos, I've been coming from the perspective of the first person, meaning we need to motivate ourselves. However, for this video, for key number 8, I want to talk to everybody out there who is in charge of motivating other people. That's right. So maybe you are a manager. Maybe you are a teacher or a college professor, kind of like myself. Maybe you're a business owner and you have employees. Now, whether you have a small business or a big business, it really doesn't matter. Maybe you are a team leader at your place of work. Maybe you are a coach. Maybe you're a life coach, or maybe you are the coach of some type of sports team. Football, basketball, baseball, swimming, gymnastics, right? So for everyone out there that is in charge of motivating other people for peak performance to get the most out of their behavior, you definitely need to listen up because I'm going to help you out tremendously. All right, so now Coach D has done quite a bit of research. And I've come across 5 psychological theories of motivation. Now, understand this, Coach D did not come up with these on his own. Oh no. These are psychologists and people who have done tons of research to help create what we call psychological theories of motivation. So the 5 theories that we're going to discuss in this video today are the following: the Hertzberg 2-factor theory, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the Hawthorne Effect, the Expectancy Theory, and last but not least is the 3-dimensional theory of attribution. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk first about the Hertzberg 2-factor theory. Now, this theory is rather interesting. Why, you may ask? Because it's coming from 2 different perspectives. The first perspective is motivating employees, and the second perspective is preventing job dissatisfaction. So let's talk first about how to motivate our employees. Well, you want to make sure that they feel appreciated and supported. You also want to give them feedback on a regular basis. And you also want to understand how they can grow and progress, okay? Make sure they understand those 3 items. Now, let's talk about the different perspective. Is to prevent job dissatisfaction. With this one, you want to offer the best working conditions. In other words, make sure the AC is working, okay? You want to make sure that they are receiving fair pay. You also want to pay very close attention to your team. Pay attention to their behavior. Pay attention to their emotions, right? And also, you want to form supportive relationships with them. Now, chances are you can definitely do this through practicing appreciation and forgiveness. Okay, next up is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Now, this particular theory basically says that people's most basic needs must be met before they become motivated to achieve higher level needs. Also, people must be in good health, feel safe, and feel secure with meaningful relationships and confidence before they're able to be the most that they can be. Wow, sounds amazing. Next up is the Hawthorne Effect. All right. Now, with the Hawthorne Effect, here we're saying that employees work harder if they know they're being observed. Hence the lady with the magnifying glass, right? Now, it's also very important that we provide regular feedback. This is important because people need to know how well they are performing on the job or on the team or in the classroom. Also, it's very important to encourage feedback and suggestions about workspace and development. So, with the Hawthorne Effect, we're not only offering feedback, but we're also asking for feedback. Okay? So, in this case, it goes both ways. Next up is the expectancy theory. Now, with this theory, people are most motivated if they believe they will receive a desired reward if they hit an achievable target. Also, what's very important with the expectancy theory is that we set achievable goals and provide rewards that they actually want. That's right, guys. In other words, you gotta give people something that they really, really want. So the question is, what are people mainly after? Well, people really enjoy praise. In other words, people like to be told that they're doing a very good job. Also, people need to know that there are opportunities for progression, or we can use the word a promotion, okay? And also, something else that helps to motivate people's behavior on the job is an award called Employee of the Month. So there you have it, guys. That is the expectancy theory in a nutshell. And I believe this is the fifth theory. It's called the three-dimensional theory of attribution. Now, this particular theory explains how we attach meaning to our own and other people's behavior. It's also important to give praise for improvements even if the outcome is still incorrect. So in other words, even though an employee may not be doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, it's still important that we give them praise for what they actually did do. And of course, we also want to make sure that they make the necessary adjustments just so that the outcome is correct. And last but not least, with the three-dimensional theory of attribution, it's very important that we give specific feedback. Okay? So in other words, you want to let people know exactly how they can improve. So for all of my teachers and all of my other college professors that are out there, when you're talking to your students, it's very important that you give them feedback as to how they can either improve on their exams, improve on their papers, or improve on their homework assignments. Also, you need to let people know how they can go about it. So in other words, give specific, detailed feedback. This way, your students, your employees, or your subordinates, they're more likely to produce as opposed to not producing. All right, time for Coach D's tips. As always, 23% Nation, I'm going to help you out, right? So with these tips, I'm going to summarize everything that we just discussed throughout the 5 theories. Number 1, it's very important to appreciate and to support. Let's not forget about Gratitude Day. Also, offer and accept feedback. It's one thing to offer feedback, but it's a completely different thing to accept feedback. So to all of my college professors, right? make sure you read those student feedback forms, okay? And be willing to implement changes based on their feedback. Also, ensure a healthy environment, right? So make sure the AC is working. Make sure there are no harmful chemicals in the workplace, okay? We can't expect our employees to work optimally if there are dangerous hazards about. Also, it's very important to facilitate meaningful relationships. So, in other words, you may want to incorporate Gratitude Day, Love Day, and Forgiveness Day into your work environment. Also, set achievable goals. Let people know exactly what they have to do in order to get that raise, in order to get that promotion, and make sure these goals are achievable. So if you are a sales manager, for instance, make sure you set sales goals based on previous performance, all right? And the last little tip that I have for you today is let people know how they can improve. Everybody knows that they can improve, but not everybody knows how they can improve. So when you're talking to people, not only is it important that you support them, but it's also very important that you let people know exactly how they can improve. You may want to give 3 to 5 specific tips. That way, people know exactly what it is they need to do so that they improve. Question of the day, question of the day, and question of the day once again. Which theory of motivation are you most likely to use? So once again, I'm talking to my people that are out there who are in charge of other people's behavior, other people's performance, whether it's on a team or in the workplace. So, question of the day once again, which theory of motivation are you most likely to use? Guys, I want to thank you for watching. I definitely want to thank you for listening. As always, let's eat well, feel well, think well, do well, be well. This is Coach D. I'm signing out. Never ever forget, Coach D loves you, and please stay tuned because our next key is definitely coming your way. Take care and God bless.